running is something that everybody can do. You can literally leave your house now, go for a 15-minute jog and call it your cardio. And in this video, I want to tell you how to start running, especially for someone who goes to the gym and the main priority is getting stronger. Running is by far the best type of cardio to do. Now, as I said before, running, anyone can do it. No one can stop you now to leave your house and go out for a 15-minute jog. You don't need the gym. You don't need the gym equipment for that. You don't need a gym membership for that. You literally just need to put some shoes, some running shoes on, joggers, whatever, a t-shirt, and you can literally leave your house and go for a run. And that run could either be like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it doesn't really matter, especially if you're starting. Make sure that you start slow. Make sure that you start, you don't leave your house and pretend you're gonna run 5 kilometers already. Start slow, start by running a kilometer, then you can progressive overload and go to 2 next week, and then you can like stick with 2 kilometers for like a month, and then the next month you can run for 3 kilometers and so on. Like when you first started going to the gym, you didn't immediately start bench pressing 60 kilos. You probably started with just a bar, so 20 kilos, then you started adding some weight, so you went up to 30 kilos and so on. That's progressive overloading, increasing the weight over time. Same thing with running. Don't expect to run like 5 kilometers already. Chances are you're probably not gonna last long, especially if you've never done this sort of cardio before. So make sure you start slow, and the reason why I like it is because anyone can do it. As I said, you can leave your house and start running. And the thing that I want to say is that as humans, we've been running for like millions of years, literally for over 2 millions of years. And the fact that there's people that are neglecting this type of cardio, that are neglecting running because they say that it's going to ruin my gains and all that bullshit, that's absolutely crap. Like, as I said, we've been running for like millions of years, and I cannot stand people who say that running is going to ruin my gains. Of course, you got to be smart about it. If you're going to run 5 times a week, 6 times a week, every single day, of course, that eventually will ruin your gains, because you need to allow your body to rest as well. But if you add cardio like twice a week on your gym routine, so keeping your priority as getting stronger, so maybe going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week and adding some cardio 1 or twice a week, that will not ruin your progress. That would actually benefit you. That will actually improve your performance, your bodybuilding performance. So definitely add some sort of cardio. I'm mentioning running because it's the easiest one. It's the most known type of cardio. Anyone can literally do it. When you think of cardio, you probably think of running. And so I definitely do recommend adding some cardio. Now, this cardio could either be a sprint. You can either do sprints. It could either be a very long run. It could either be a jog. It could be intervals. There's different types of run that you can include. Now, if you're just starting, if I was you, I would literally just start with a 15-minute jog, and then, as I said before, progressive overload. So maybe next week you can add like 2 minutes to that. The week after you can add like another minute, and so on. I recommend doing that type of cardio and maybe doing some sprints as well. Sprints, I mean, you can literally go to the park, go run from one end to the other one. You don't need to overcomplicate this. Don't overthink it too much. Literally, if you want to just do sprints, go to your local park, start from one end, sprint to the other one, rest for like a minute, do it again 4 more times. That's it. Start with 1 run a week, and you can even increase the time that you run on that weekly run, or you can even add another session of running. Now, because we're keeping our main priority as being strong, athletic, but mainly to like get stronger in the gym, I wouldn't say run more than 4 times a week. I personally run 2 times a week, and then I do 1 boxing session, but I wouldn't say run more than 4 times a week. Also because if you're just starting out now, chances are if you start too like strong straight away, so if you start with like too much volume straight away, chances are you're probably either going to get injured or you're going to quit after like a month, so probably even less. So start very slow. Start with literally a jog a week and then progressive overload. You don't need to run fast. Even if you go for a normal jog, that's better than walking on a fucking treadmill pretending you're doing cardio. You can literally do that at the park. You can literally walk your dog and pretend you're doing cardio. So don't walk in the gym, don't put your treadmill on an incline, pretend you're doing cardio, and do some real cardio. So start running. We've been going to the gym now for a long time. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you probably enjoy going to the gym now. You like it. You like to push yourself in the gym. You like to lift weights. You like to go until failure. Chances are you do like training like a bodybuilder, and so do I. And on the other hand, you don't like doing cardio. You don't like running. Now, because going to the gym now doesn't really require you as much discipline as it did when you first started, see those 2 weekly runs or that weekly run as your weekly dose of discipline in terms of fitness. So I really hope this video was useful for you. This was a very, very quick video to try and convince you guys that running is very, very important. Not only you will look better when you start running because you'll lose some weight and your muscles will be more visible as well, but it also for your cardio is like great. And it also, as I said before, it will improve your bodybuilding performance as well, because imagine all those times that you're doing like a drop set. If you improve your cardio by running or by any other form of cardio, you're gonna feel better when you're gonna do that drop set. Drop set is basically when you're like, let's say that you're on the bench, like benching 60 kilos for 8 reps, and then you lower the weight and increase the reps. You need cardio for that, and running will improve that. Running will make sure that you take that drop set to actual failure, because you need cardio in the gym, and running is the best way in order to improve it.